Hey everyone, it's me, EODGamer here, and today we're back with another Honkai Star Rail guide video, and this one is going to be really more of like how to pre-farm for characters. And some of you might be wondering, how much do you exactly need to take a character, for example, up to level 80 or level 70 ascended and stuff like that. This is a very useful resource that I personally use every single patch when I'm pre-farming for characters. It's the Huynh Labs official leveling calculator. I'll leave all of like the links in the video description below, so don't worry about it, you can check it out on your own time. But let me teach you what are the most like useful things that I use that I think is very helpful for any of you who are wanting to like pre-farm for future characters. Maybe a character that you like is coming up soon, or maybe a limited character, 4-star characters also on the banner you want to pre-farm in advance. Now first things first, to take a character up to level 80 fully ascended, this is like the default setting that it is. They will tell you exactly what you need. You need like 294 amount of Traveler's Guide, you need 50 boss materials, and of course these are the tracers that you need to take a character, a 4-star character, up to the max investment. But for most of us, we don't really care too much about making a character like 100%. We just want them to be usable, right? So the best part I think about this calculator is you get to tweak the numbers. So for example here, if let's say I have my character maybe already at level 10, I can turn it up to level 10. I can bring this down to like level 71 as well. So for example, let's just say I have a level 1. I want to take it up to level 70. For 71 it seems, you see, because if not they won't count it as ascended. So let's take it to 71. This is the resource that I now need, and I don't really care too much about Knight 7's basic attack, so let me just take it down real quick. Maybe I can bring down her skill, her ultimate, her talent just to the second highest, so we don't spend too much resources. And I can even select here, for example, I can select some tracers that I don't really care too much about. Let's say I don't really want ice damage, I don't really care a lot about that, I'm maybe lacking of resources. So after taking it down, you can see here that the number actually changes quite drastically. From requiring like 29 something amount of Traveler's Guide, now only need 164. That's a very drastic decrease. For those of you who are wondering, you have some blues in your account and you're wondering what is the exact conversion for purple to blue. The conversion is 4, so you just divide the amount of blue that you have. That's the amount of equivalent Traveler's Guide that you have. So it's very easy to see whether you have enough resources here in the purple category also. That's just a quick math that I like to do on a regular basis. So for 4-star characters, 164 here, 50 boss materials. These are like overworld monsters, not very significant for the leveling portion because it's just like 12, 13 each and stuff like that. As for the tracers, this is going to be the bulk of the expensive part, other than of course for the traveler's material, the guides and the boss material is really a lot. You can see here it takes like 46 purple materials, you need 46 blue, and you need 10 green as well. And this is the amount of tracks of destiny you need to take it up to this point. So I find this like really helpful. It kind of tells me like how much is my resource level as well. But this is not the only thing you can do. One very good thing is, for example, if let's say I wanted a 5-star character, I can also see like the cost differential. So for now, if I just switch real quick to Zealer, for example, I can see here that Traveler's Guide is more or less the same for 4 stars and 5 stars, whereas the boss material increases to 65. And you can see here now, to max ascend Zealer completely and to take all her talents to the max, you need 139 of these purple mats. It's insane amount. Also like 3 million credits, this crazy amount. So you totally need 4 million to take every character to the max. Absolutely insane. But not all of us will push to the max. Let's say we are just planning to go for like a 71. We take everything to the second highest level, maybe 5999 for example. You can see this cost drastically drops by like 1 mil plus. Now it's only, the total here is like the sum, so it's now only like 2.6 million. Still a lot, but a lot less. And you only need like 89 compared to like the 100 plus. So that last level actually makes a huge difference for 5-star characters especially. And you can also see that like the cost is more or less the same for the Traveler's Guide for 4-star and 5-star characters as well. Now the second part that I find it very helpful, but before we go into the Lightcones, let's talk about the limitations of this character section. This is an official Huynh Lab tool by Huyhverse, so one of the downsides I feel is they won't tell you like the upcoming limited characters. For example, now as of version 1.2 first half, we only have Blade, but once Kafka comes out, then she'll be added to this calculator. So one of the key downside is if you wanted to know exactly what the character like ascends with, you probably have to do some external like research and reading. A lot of other people might post it. For example, on our Discord, we have a section that that talks about all the materials and whatever not. You can also use Reddit and stuff like that for a lot of etc. like information that isn't found here as well. So I think that's a very good supplementary tool. But this one gives you like the raw numbers in essence, and a lot of the character typing will be official beforehand already in the pre-release, like all the drip marketing, so you can actually know what to farm. For this part, it's only really like the boss materials as well as these like immortal tweaks that we want to farm. We don't exactly know which overworld mob it is. That's like the only caveat that I want to put out. So the next thing that we have is of course Lightcones. Here, for example, you see this genius repost that I have here, how much it costs to level from 1 to 80. This is like the amount of requirements for us to pre-farm. Maybe you are looking to get a new limited 4-star Lightcone, or perhaps maybe you are also planning to farm, for example, like if we switch real quick to Himiko's Lightcone, the 5-star one, we can figure out like how much exactly is the resource that we need to farm. Very, very useful, especially if you're aiming for maybe a limited 5-star Lightcone and you're figuring out what is the exact requirement. So on day 1, you can immediately take it all the way up to like max ascension, max level, so you can use everything to showcase on the first day. I use this on a regular basis, basically every single, the last 2 weeks of every patch or new characters release, I am here calculating my stats so that I know that I have enough resources as well. And if you appreciate this very short sharing, I find this very useful and I want to share with you guys that I think you might find it useful as well. Do give me a like, subscribe for more of such future content, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.